What's up guys? We are the Group 3 Enthusiastic.
Some of us are often confused about these words: goals, aims, and objectives. We cannot deny the fact that some of us often use these words synonymously. However, it is essential to know their differences. Although they are interrelated, it is important to know that goals, aims, and objectives have distinct meanings and roles. And now, let's dissect each of these words so that we can easily understand. First, we have aims. An aim is a purpose or the desired outcome. Aims tend to be more general than goals and objectives because aims refer to the end results. But while they are general in nature, aims are also bigger. They are the vision of your target. Aims are not always accompanied by goals and objectives, but to achieve the desired outcome, there must be an action plan in place. Second one, we have goals. Goals are a specific statement of intent. A goal is usually broad and does not lay out the steps to achieve it. A goal is a target or destination. Goals keep you focused on your aim and on your track working to achieve it. Last but not the least, we have objectives. Goals are destinations and objectives are the actions needed to arrive at that destination. Objectives are measurable and there may be multiple objectives leading to your goals and aims. Objectives are like roadmap, giving you directions as to what you need and when you need to do it in order to achieve your target and goals and aims. The SMART or the SMART format has been the go-to standard when it comes to setting any type of objective, training or otherwise. Creating SMART training objectives can be summed up in 5 letters. And these are, first, S stands for specific. Training goals need to be specific and narrow. Who will gain? What skills and for which purpose? Focus on one specific skill or knowledge for each training objective. M stands for measurable. Learning outcomes need to be measurable. This means that the newfound skill or knowledge should be able to be measured in specific terms. A stands for attainable or achievable. Attainable means that the training objectives are realistic given the amount of time and resources available. For example, you cannot expect learners to master a complex skill given just 30 minutes or 1 hour for training. R stands for relevant. Being relevant means your training goals answer the why question. Always remember the WIIFM. What's in it for me? Learners need to know why they are in training and what they can get out of it. Will the skills or knowledge they're going to gain help them to perform better at work? Will they be able to use these skills in actual work scenarios? Last but not the least, T stands for time-bound. The time-bound element answers the question, when? There is a saying that a goal without deadline is just a dream. The same applies to training aims. The deadline is usually set at the end of the training program. To sum up everything, aims relate to the end results, but goals and objectives help you to achieve these results. Goals are abstract ideas while objectives are more tangible and concrete. Keep in mind that aims, goals, and objectives must be clear, specific, as well as realistic. And now that you have a better understanding of goals, aims, and objectives, you can develop and execute a more effective ones and you'll be able to Clearly articulate what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Now, let's discuss the Fitt principle, also known as the FITT principle. F for frequency, I for intensity, T for time, and another T for time. By comprehending the FITT principle or Fitt, you may design a training or workout plan that will assist you in more effectively achieving your fitness goals. Alright, the first one is frequency. Is how often you are physically active or how many times you do workout or training. Typically, it is measured by the amount of days each week. Let's say if you do jogging 3 times a week as your exercise, that is frequency. The second one is intensity. Is how hard you exercise to boost your level of physical fitness. You must progressively up to intensity. This forces your body to exert more effort that is usually worth, allowing it to reach its comfort zone and develop. This could be labeled as having a low, moderate, or high intensity. The third is time. How long you exercise in one session. If you're just starting an exercise program, keep your time to 15 minutes and then gradually expand it. Once the program is established, you should work out for at least 30 minutes each session. Lastly, the time refers to what kind of exercise you choose, depending on the fitness component you want to build or enhance, such as your physical strength, flexibility, or cardiovascular fitness. The activities should match your goals and areas of interest to avoid boredom and overuse injuries. Again, FITT principle, F stands for frequency, intensity, time, and time. Frequency, how often you exercise. Intensity, how hard you exercise. Time, how long you exercise. And time, what kind of exercise you choose.
The specificity is the way the body responds to physical activity or its very specific activity itself. For example, someone who jogs can expect their jogging performance would improve as well as their aerobic conditioning. However, they should not expect their performance in other aerobic activities to increase significantly, or should they expect muscular strength or flexibility to improve.
Progressive overload. This principle states that to continue seeing gains and improvements from an exercise program, the exercise must gradually increasingly more challenging. For example, in the first month of your strength training, you might perform 10 repetitions at one weight. Then the next month, you'd perform 12 repetitions of an exercise. Through that, your strength being challenged. Overload can be done in 3 ways. Increase the intensity, increase the frequency, and increase the duration.
In order to understand how to recover properly, the definition must be recognized, and the difference between rest and recovery established. Rest can be defined as a combination of sleep and time spent not training, whereas recovery can be defined as actions and techniques implemented to maximize your body's repair. There are 5 big components of rest and recovery, which aim to enhance the process and improve performance. First is the sleep. Getting enough quality sleep may be the most important aspects of recovery. Adequate sleep helps to provide hormonal balance and muscular recovery. Aiming for 7 to 10 hours of sleep per night is ideal. Second is hydration. Remaining hydrated is key to remain healthy, stay energized, enhance recovery, and perform at an optimum level. Third is nutrition. Food is fuel. When we exercise, we burn fuel. This therefore means that once we have finished exercising, refueling must take place in order to allow muscle to recover. The fourth one is stretching. Stretching is important as it allows our muscle to remain flexible and helps to remove tightness. It is important to include stretching in workouts with dynamic stretches before and after. And the last one is massage and SMR or self-myofascial release. Massage can be a good way to improve recovery times after exercise. Although it may not be an option used regularly as it can be costly. However, after especially hard sessions, it can be wise.
In this principle, adaptations gained from training can be lost if training ceases or fails below adequate level of overload. This is why it is called use it or lose it principle. If you don't use it, you lose it. Adaptations which occur through exercise are reversible. So when training is stopped for prolonged periods, the adaptations from the period exercise will be lost. Based on my experience, I've put myself on an every morning exercise and workout to strengthen my body. But due to early schedule of online classes, just to avoid being exhausted, I've stopped doing my workout early in the morning, and instead of waking up early for exercise, I wake up early to attend online class, and that stopped my everyday morning workout, and that starts my adaptation loss.
Variation. What is variation? Variation is a little progressive changes in terms of activities, location, and etc. So that the player must have better gains in performance. Also, to keep them interested and give their body different challenge.
Individual needs. To be successful, a training program must look at the individual athlete. Athletes will have different objectives, so collecting information and setting short, medium, and long-term goals as well as smart targets is essential. Athletes will have different preferences. Some will prepare different exercises or training methods to others. Athletes improve at different rates. This can be due to their genetic makeup. So we must have a consideration to the individual differences or individual needs to have a successful training program.
The last one is adaptation. When we say adaptation, it is the process of our body getting accustomed to a particular exercise or training program through repeated exposure. Just like in the video, if our muscles are stressed within a tolerable limits, they adapt and improve their function.
We hope you enjoyed and learned something new with our discussion. Thank you for watching. Keep safe and God bless. Bye!